Just a minute, I'm running a little late. Just running a little too late. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Alright. See with you in just a moment. Be with y'all in just a second. Because apparently people just acting lazy. People just start. There you go. What the heck is this? Right. I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany last night after I ended the live. Let me step into my office. I had an epiphany last night. Check this out. Whew. So, Jasmine Crockett, Mrs. Crockett, she spoke on a live yesterday or last night. And someone asked her, clearly, are you going to become U.S. Senate for her state of Texas? And she hinted at the idea that in order for that to happen, she would have to have some type of data. I mean, whatever that implicates, if it implicates, followers, new followers, old or whatever the case may be, she would have to be recognized, and it's going to take not only the people in their district, but I mean, I don't know how U.S. Senate works, but I do know that as an extremely young person, she does have the following, but it's going to take a little bit more than what she has, because remember, she's not as famous as, like, say, an AOC or a Kamala Harris, but she does have the star power. And I had an epiphany. I said, what if she were to, or we were to sign some type of petition for her to get to where she needs to be? Or if we will have to donate a little bit of chump change here and there, or whatever we will have to do to get her to be recognized into that stage, into that stance. I would say it's going to take an effort of all those who support Jasmine Crockett. It's going to take an effort, and I believe we can do it. I believe we definitely can do it, because my God, And I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Um, like, share, subscribe, support. I believe we can definitely do this because boy, oh boy, oh boy, this this motherfucker needs to be impeached. This person needs to be impeached. But I'm gonna get to Trump in a little bit. I'm gonna get to Trump, and I'm gonna get to this whole crazy situation, right? So I think we can do it. I think it can be achieved. Not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to like her. Not everybody's going to love her. I mean, she already has enemies, but she has more staying power, and we must continue within that staying power. Now, you're gonna have people who are decided that they're going to stick with their choice with AOC, which is fine. They're going to stick with their choice with Kamala Harris. What we need to figure out, or what I need to figure out, if if Kamala is still planning on running, then cool, or whatever. But if not, if she's planning on doing something else, do you know that just open up it just opened up doors. It just, in my opinion, it'll open up doors for her. It'll open up doors for Mrs. Crockett to just come right on in, right? I believe we can actually push the envelope to getting her into U.S. Senate. If if they if they give all that money to Kamala Harris, why can't we do it for Jasmine Crockett? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But there's that catch and release stream. There's that one moment was like we got all the money that we need, and then there's always that red herring. It's like, yeah, we can't put her in there because she's not ready, or she's this. Just tell her she's not qualified because she's black. Just tell the truth for once. I mean, Donald Trump can come in there. He could say anything in the world. He could say, "Oh, I don't remember who I pardoned. I don't remember who I pardoned. I just looked into the books, and he was a good, incredible guy. I don't. He made us up, even though he made my family $1 billion, and he was sentenced to 4 years in prison. I don't know who I pardoned. All I know, he made us a lot of money. That's all I remember." You don't remember who you pardoned. You get on Biden for some ink pen. Ink pen? An ink pen. I don't know what you call it. I don't care what you call it. You call it electric sided or whatever you fucking call it. An ink pen. But you got a guy that's senile that does that. So you mean to tell me, in my tiny little brain, in what I can remember, you mean to tell me you are willing to pardon a guy that is a convicted felon and is sentenced to 4 years in prison, but you pardon him and say that I don't know who you pardoned? You explain to the person that interviewed Donald Trump. Donald Trump came out of his mouth and said that he did not know who he pardoned. He doesn't know who either. He's incredibly senile or incredibly stupid or he's smart. And I don't, and I'm pushing for all three. And if he can get elected, without going through the measurements, without going through the steps, without going through the process, without going through the training, without going through the education. You mean to tell me that Jasmine Crockett can't be U.S. Senate? Really? Really? We got to push this thing. And you're absolutely right. If Kamala Harris can receive over what? I don't know if it was $1 million or $1 billion. I forgot what the number was. If she can receive all that money in a short amount of time, it can happen with Jasmine. It could definitely happen with Jasmine. Where's all the girl power in these black men? Where's all the girl power in all these black men that was windmilling for Kamala Harris? Why not Jasmine Crockett? I am all for it. I guess they're just seeing the light for what it was in their opinion, that the shit doesn't work. Because if you're giving somebody $1 billion and they lose, that's a problem. That is a problem. But I could have told them and you and everybody else they were going to put Kamala Harris in office, because the electoral colleges, they already decided. They choose presidents. You don't choose them. They do. But I'm telling you, when you make noise, just like, for example, Jimmy Kimmel, when you make that much noise, and that's just a small little link. When you make that much noise for a person, Jimmy Kimmel, who they tried to canceled him and ended up coming back with a higher salary just because he voiced his opinion, which is absolutely a fact, about what Donald Trump would call violating his rights. When you make that much noise to Disney and you say, I'm canceling my membership, that speaks volumes. If you can do that, and if you can raise money for Kamala Harris, you can definitely raise money for Jasmine Crockett, I'm saying. Now, I'm still having expectations of her being significantly higher, but when they kept asking her, and she kept hinting at it and hinting at it and hinting at it and hinting at it, I'm thinking, why the hell not? Let's concentrate on this. As a matter of fact, I plan on doing this. I plan on doing everywhere what I got to do. If I had to write a petition out and electronically and having you people sign it, and or if we gotta raise some money to get this thing going, whatever we have to do, whatever it takes, we're willing to do it. I see 1,000 people in the chat all the time. Significantly, if they are willing and able to vote for Jasmine Crockett to become president of the United States someday, then why not always follow the money? Correct. Yeah, but Donald Trump doesn't know who he pardons. But yet somehow his family is $2 billion richer. But yet, back to her. If we can do it in record amount of time, we can achieve anything. Because it's the people who decide these things. It's the people, it's you and I who decide these things. Aren't you tired of Trump by now? Aren't you tired of this administration? Aren't you upset that this is going on for months and months and you still, sorry. Aren't you, like I said, you're tired? Aren't you tired of this administration promising you all types of results, and none of these results come to intuition. Food's up. You're out of food stamps. Most of these is out of food stamps. Let's just get that out the way. Most of you are out of food stamps. You don't have much money, and you're going to end up borrowing. Things are still expensive. You're going to continuously work for a lower wage, and you're just a pawn. You're just a sugar-coated tuppence, like Wesley Snipes put it in Blade. You're just a sugar-coated tuppence. Donald Trump is getting rich off of you people. Donald Trump is getting rich off of the taxes that he's just sues out of this administration, and it's just terrible. It's just terrible. When I found out the amount, I mean, when I found out the amount of money that presidents do make, I mean, a little under $50,000 a year. I mean, hell, I guess that's how much Obama made. But people, maggots, the maggots, not MAGA, maggots were bragging over the fact that this man wasn't going to make this much money. It's like, don't play in my face, bro. Motherfucker had a silver spoon. He had like one of those gold spoons in his mouth when his father gave him $1 million as a young lad. Come on, bro. Come on, man. How exactly is Trump getting rich off of your tax dollars, dumbass? Off of your tax money, off of shading off of the SNAP benefits. He has a what you call it? I can't even think right now. He has like an emergency fund that apparently is supposed to be for the people, just in case those SNAP funds run out. But apparently, what I heard was he can tap into that shit too. I mean, you on maggots, y'all on maggots are funny. That's why Trump won. So an evicted felon, won the election, and he already had immunity when he first got elected in 2020. Congratulations. I wish black folks can get away with that. I really wish. I wish upon a star. And sidebar, Mayweather, Floyd, shame on you, man. Shame on you. I'm not gonna even stress you, bro. Shame, shame, shame. You kissing up to Israel now? Whew. Them gold biscuits must be looking quite good. But anyway, that's a goddamn shame. Back to the president. Yeah, we need to definitely get a strong hold on Mrs. Crockett, and we need to get her attention that she needs to go ahead and just pull the trigger on U.S. Senator. She's definitely qualified, and she can definitely handle herself, and she can definitely handle Texas, even though Texas is a red state, even though Texas is a Republican state. But I'm sure she can handle it. Her and her team can definitely handle this. And with the influence of some other people that are surrounding her, she can definitely pull this off. I mean, it's going to be tough, but I think you can definitely pull this off with our help. We can definitely pull this off with our help. Why risk waiting around for Trump to get richer and richer and richer and richer while everybody gets poorer and poorer and poorer? For all of what I've heard, it makes no sense to be. And can I be frank? Can I be honest? I could give two shits about Trump anymore. I can give two shits about Trump. We already, for all the Gen Xers, for example, for all the Gen Xers out there, we already know what Donald Trump stands for. He stands for greed and envy. But for the rest of us, right here and now, we need to focus on getting this woman passed down. Now, if you have any ideas, put them in the chat. If you have any ideas, because this is a think tank right now. We need to be thinking. This is a think tank. How can we get this woman moving forward to U.S. Senate? How can we do that? Do we do that through a phone call? Do we do that through excuse me? Do we do a phone call? Do we do it through electronic? Do I have to set up something where we can sign a petition or something? What can we do? Because this is clearly about us now. This is clearly about us. All is what's happening. They're not gonna open the government anytime soon. Not now, anyway. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they open it up next week. I wouldn't be surprised at that. But I'm not holding my breath. And to many people are going to suffer. Many people are going to suffer. Many people are going to suffer. Many people are going to start stealing, and many people are going to die. I don't trust Bitcoin. I don't anything that I cannot hold in my hand other than a wallet, which don't mean anything. I'm not trusting in that. I am not trusting in that at all. Trump is not for we, the people. He is there for himself. We all know this. We all know this. The people that side with him, he treats like shit. His vice president, he treats like shit. His lawyer, he treats like shit. So they ain't just nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. He threatened his vice president. He threatened his vice president. Oh, and by the way, the people who put him in there, sidebar, they're getting a little bit fed up with him, but I am not ill of the fact that, of course, when it's all said and done, when the ballroom gets opened up, of course, when the ballroom gets set up, his little ballroom with his little bathroom, which has a little barcode that only he can access his private room, right? Just like all the hotels before, you had to have access, clear access to the rooms. It's not by key. How can you not know who you pardoned? Either he doesn't want to know or he didn't give a shit. He's pardoned felons. He's pardoned rapists. He's pardoned everything damn there but P. Diddy himself. And he even hinted the fact that he was going to let P. Diddy out. It's been weeks now, and he's still in jail. It's been weeks. I thought your rap artists who supported you for years. I thought they were your favorites. I thought he were your favorites. I thought that all like Snoop and Cube, not Cube necessarily, but all these rap artists. I thought they were your favorite. I thought you hung out with rap artists, right? You're giving them money. Yeah, Yeezy. I thought he was your favorite. So you can't get Diddy out of jail? We'll look into it. Bull. Bull. Diddy, that will be the day. But he said it. It came out of his mouth. He came out of his mouth. We'll look into, Diddy's one of my good friends. I never had a problem with him. Whatever it is, we'll look into it. We'll definitely look into it. But you can pardon a person that you don't know, that has given your family an additional $2 billion. Get the f out of here. We need to. How can we get this woman in the U.S. Senate? We need to concentrate on this. How can we get her in the U.S. Senate? How can we get this woman in the U.S. Senate? I need some ideas. I need to think. How can we do this? The nation is not a nation without. The nation is not a nation being apart. A nation is a nation being together. I'll say it one more time. A nation is not a nation being apart from each other. A nation is within a nation when they work together. So how can we work together to get this woman in office? Now, remember what I said. AOC, I have no issues with, none whatsoever. Kamala Harris, even though I'm not a Kamala Harris fan, but at this point, what do we got to lose? But if she is willing to, if she said, and I haven't, if you can put it in the chat for me, I don't know if she's willing to do something else, or she's going to do something else, or she's going to run, or whatever she's going to do. But if she decides to not run for president in the next 3 years, then like I said, this is the green light for Jasmine Crockett to go right on in, to come right on in. But I'm still pushing. No, don't get me wrong. I'm still pushing the envelope for her to be president of the United States. Don't get me wrong. Don't get the shit twisted. I'm still pushing that envelope, right? Because I think she would make a great president. Unlike this bastard. Unlike this pricking. Shame on you maggots, man. I listen to old Dean. I listen to Dean Withers, and oh my God. I mean, the only thing that you can come up with is immigration. We got to let the illegal immigrants are coming into this country, and they're sneaking in, they're having kids, they're having babies, and they're getting married, and they're taking away from our tax dollars, and we can't even get jobs anymore. And the state that they're in is going to get full. They can't even get houses and all this. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, Lisa. Only Texas voters can put her in there. Put her in the Senate. I know that. But there has to be something we can do to assist. That's it. There's something that we can do to assist it, to assist that. Because she mentioned something about data yesterday. Oops. She mentioned something about data yesterday. I just completely had this in my head while I was thinking. While I was thinking it. I was thinking, maybe, just maybe, because again, we're on our different states, different cities. There has to be a way. Texas is a funny state. Texas is a funny state. But again, I think with a couple of with a couple of phone calls, possibly maybe, um, if she were to say ask for specific donations, how much of a donation are you willing to give? Um, if I call, for example, and I ask, well, possibly, maybe, how can we push the envelope to um, getting her processed in as U.S. citizen? How can we actually do that? Because these things need to be taken care of. Now, again, a Republican state, especially Texas is stingy, especially the people in Texas. And I know Texas is very fucking stingy. Very fucking stingy indeed. She very will slay the debate. Who will go up against, who will be bold enough to go up against her? Who will be bold enough to go up against her? Because again, she can take it. She can take care of herself real well. I'm just getting sick and tired of the lies. I'm just getting sick and tired of lies. But hey, and speaking of which, do expect some curveballs. Do expect some gaslighting. Do expect some lies and just a whole bunch of BS. If this ever happens and she decides to pull that trigger, just wait for it. Just wait for it. I mean, they already lied and said that she was stealing money from her dead grandmother. They already got her on that. And she already proved it. She already proved otherwise. Oh, she's going to jail? So is your buddy Trump. Soon as we impeach his ass, he's going to jail. And I hope they give his ass a soft welcome. Excuse me, a hard welcome. Yes, I fucking said it. I'm getting sick and tired of you maggots. What the fuck is that? Anyway, how can we push this further? Because I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it, and I'm willing to try. I'm dead ass serious. I'm willing to try something. I'm willing to make as many phone calls as I possibly can to see what we can do as Black folk, especially Black folks. What can we do to push this fucking envelope? I'm tired of all the nonsense. We pushing this shit. We are definitely pushing this shit. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. You said you don't like them? Now you know what to do. Rain hellfire and brimstone. You know what to do. Rain hellfire and brimstone on his ass. I hope I didn't get around. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, get rid of that. We get rid of that nonsense. And any other maggots who want to join the live stream, because again, we pushing forward. We are pushing onward. We get the hell out the way. You either join up or get ran the fuck over. Either roll with us or get ran the fuck over. We don't care. Everybody put in the chat, we don't care. Either roll with us or get ran the fuck over. We don't fucking care. Put that in the chat. If you roll with us or get rolled the fuck over, we don't fucking care. We gonna push this motherfucking envelope, whatever the fuck we gotta do. Okay, it does not make any goddamn sense. How the hell are you going to again? I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna keep saying it till it drills in your fucking heads. How the hell do you have a convicted felon, 34 fucking counts, a 34 felony in fucking office? Oh, because you gave him immunity. Supreme Court justices. I was arguing that, I don't know who I was talking to, but I was arguing the other day. Oh, it was Lisa. I was arguing. I was like, can we just replace these people? And she said, no. This is how America is. This is how America is. We don't fucking care. We do not care. I'm gonna put that personally. I'm gonna make a shirt. I'm gonna make a shirt with Jasmine's name on it for U.S. Senate, and I'm gonna say we don't care. We don't give a shit. Well, I can't put that on there. Well, I'll keep that part on the back burner for right now. I'll keep it on the back burner. I'll keep that there and screw yourself. It is. Mike Johnson is a trip. Should we now? Can we fire Mike Johnson? However it go, can Mike Johnson get the fuck up out of there since he won't hire in Eliana because she's way overdue for being a congresswoman. And there's a reason, by the way, why they won't appoint her in as congresswoman. I already know why. I already know the reason why. Because it's going to incriminate some people. It's going to incriminate some people, even at the top. Even at the top, it's going to incriminate some people. So I already fucking know. Yes, put in the chat, we do not care. This is all you maggots. This is to all you maggots out there. We do not care. We-On-Loc Nation / we don't care. We-On-Loc Nation / we don't care. Now, I know the reason why they don't release the files. I know the reason why. It might incriminate old Mike Johnson too. Don't get me started on little old Mike. Please do whatever you got to do. Put his ass on out there. And this is the reason why you're getting sued. I hope that's not. What's 312 area code? I think that's Texas, ain't it? When Jasmine Crockett becomes president, she needs to put linen on the. I'm not going there with you. I'm not going there with you. Mike Johnson loves Johnson. But anyway, I just came up here to say that when I got off the live yesterday, and she was basically speaking one of the reasons why um, she was speaking to one of the reasons why the shutdown is continuing and they haven't been called back by Mike Johnson is because of the fact that they want the Democrats to, number one, admit their wrongdoing, which like I said, it's all going back and forth every 4 years. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Republicans' fault. It's all back and forth thing. But this time it's much, much different because of who you have in there. Chicago, okay. It's all about who you have in there. Another asshole does not care for the people of Louisiana. I don't think he cares for the people in the United States, period. Larry, that's the point. He doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't care about black folks. He doesn't care about Mexicans or anyone else. This is vengeance. Anybody who had acquitted him back in before it, I think it was before or after January 6th. I think it was either 2020 or 2021. I'm not sure. I looked that up. But when he got acquitted, excuse me, my words are just all over the place. When he got acquitted and he sent those people to the Capitol to express themselves while they were crashing the Capitol and shitting all everywhere, defecating on the desk and just ruining everything. And what changed my mind? No, my mind was never changed. It's just what she said that I'm like, wait a minute. Let's see if we can try it. Because I wanted to see if we could actually do it, right? Even though we're not even in Texas. Even forgive me if some of y'all in the chat, if y'all from Texas, please let me know. If y'all from Texas, please let me know. And shouts out to Texas. Even though I hate the Cowboys right now, shouts out to Texas. Because the Dallas Cowboys used to be my team, and I'm done with them. I am so done. I'm so done. Give a shout out to people in Texas, a shout out to people in Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, all them other places. Yo, this is a time to let loose and unleash, as Skip Bayless would like to say, just unleash on the Republican Party and tell them we don't care. Just tell them we do not care. You can tell them We-On-Loc Nation / we do not care. Put it in the chat. We do not care. So whatever I got to do, if I got to make a couple of phone calls, and I suggest you do the same, make phone calls to her party, either in Texas or in Washington. Make phone calls and express that she needs to be in the U.S. Senate like ASAP. What do we need to do to put her in, since it's not our district? You know what I'm saying? Since it's not our district, if we have to give a little bit, then we'll give a little bit. It doesn't matter. If we have to give a little bit, we'll give a little bit. Yeah, that's right. We don't care. We do not care. So, let's do this. Let's do this. Start making phone calls. Let's start from there. And whatever they suggest, we're gonna go and do, because she said it's all about data, right? She said it's all about data. So let's just, if she needs to be, if she needs more popular, if she needs more people, then we're going to give her more people. We're definitely going to give her our attention. We are definitely going to give her our attention. So, um, yeah. I don't. I mean, I can't even play the clip because I can't even play the clip, and I can't. Well, maybe I can. Maybe I can, because my son, he has my laptop because he broke his. Luckily, he has a grandmother that loves him very much. He's lucky, because his mom would have got on his ass. I love my son and everything, but geez, I mean, it's my fault. I hold myself accountable for that. It's my fault because he has my DNA, and I used to do, I used to play video games while watching TV on my computer. So I to hold myself to that. I guess I gotta go downstairs then. I guess I gotta go downstairs. Yeah, I hold myself to that. Brother, keep up the good work. I mean, definitely let us know. I don't live in Texas. Yeah, definitely, Larry. All right, my man. But we gotta push forward. That's what I'm doing. We definitely gotta push forward in this, because we gotta get this son of a bitch out of office. And number one, and number two, we gotta turn. We can't turn Texas blue, but with the influence. And thank you for the subscription, my brother. And with our influence, with our loud noises, we can definitely. I'll turn the TV off. We can definitely get her up in there. But let me look this up real quick, because she mentioned something about that. She mentioned something about data. I don't know what again. I'm new to these things, right? I'm new to the whole nuance of politics. I mean, it's different layers and different areas, and just it's not just Republican and Democrats. I mean, we're talking about the U.S. Senate and who makes decisions. And I know the U.S. Senate, at the end of the day, they make the decisions, whether it's yay or nay and all this other shit. But it's just too many layers. I mean, you have right now. I'm studying. Oh God! I mean, the Supreme Court justices, the laws and everything. It's just too many of them. It's just too many to learn. Okay. Oh, me and my dumb ass. Yes. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me I told you so. Yes. I understand. Yes. I'm still reading on it. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm still reading on the shit. But let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this and go. Yes, I know. Okay, get off of that, please. So, give me a second, you guys. Okay, all right, we're on the right track. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel. And if you're feeling a little generous, you can donate to my coffee fund because I do need a cappuccino. Like $1.50, $2. If you can spare that, it'd be cool. I mean, a couple tools and views. Okay, I can actually do the first one. Jasmine Crockett. Okay, cool. I'm just getting used to the new place, you know? I'm just getting used to the new place. Okay. Here it is. Log Nation. Have a wonderful you too, Mama Lisa. You too. Definitely you too. And remember, we do not care. Support, 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 support. Okay, I think this is what
and is there a possibility
I'm just gonna play this and I'm gonna let y'all listen.
I am not convinced that there is a possibility of a breakthrough as it relates to it coming from the top down. I think that this is going to have to be a bottom-up effort. There's been a lot of discussions about how much travel has been interfered with and how many planes have had to be canceled. I think that those are the types of things, those types of disruptions, the disruptions as it relates to SNAP benefits and WIC benefits. I think that those are the rumblings of the people that will finally solve this. Unfortunately, we have people that are not prioritizing the very people that put them into power, starting with the President of the United States, who has failed to sit down with the four corners, the leaders within the House as well as the Senate to just...
Let me know if you can hear it. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it.
Side that they were going to come to a resolution to make sure that we can move forward in a way that benefits not just red states, not just blue states, but benefits the United States.
I mean, there just doesn't seem to be that much of a sense of urgency from the White House or Republicans. And does that tell you that they think they can end this shutdown without capitulating, without giving in to Democrats' demands?
I don't know what it says. I mean, it is very hard to say that you can predict anything when it comes to this White House, especially when it comes to this particular president. I will tell you that, it seems like he's not on the same page with the Republicans. We know that here recently, he basically said, hey, just go ahead and explore the nuclear option. They've been trying to blame this on the Democrats the entire time, when those of us who understand how things work, they have exploited the nuclear option more than once. And I'm not suggesting that they should. I'm actually suggesting that there's two ways out. Number one, you can either explore the nuclear option, which means that we reduce the threshold from 60 down to an even 50, or you could do what most real politicians would do. They would actually negotiate. And if you are willing to talk about what it is that we can do as it relates to the Affordable Care Act on the back end, then why can't you talk about it on the front end? In addition to that, I do want to point out, because the House has failed to go in under the failed leadership of Johnson right now, here's the issue. We could be going through and getting through the actual appropriations bills, because the continuing resolution is only supposed to be a stopgap until we actually do our work. Well, considering the fact that we've been sitting this out, we could have been working. We could have been.
You're not going to negotiate, Larry, for the simple fact that if Mike's not calling it, no one's going back to work. That's why it's taking them so long to appoint the one person that is needed to release the Epstein files. So until this son of a bitch actually calls back the Republicans and Democrats back to the table, he's not going to do it.
And going through the 12 appropriations bills and getting those over to the Senate, and then we would at least potentially not even need the stopgap, or we'd be able to put different governmental departments back online because we've completed the actual appropriations. Yet Mike Johnson doesn't want to bring it.
Oh, you know what? I'm not even paying attention. My bad, Larry. Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for coming a member. When I get my laptop back, I'm gonna definitely give you a better greeting.
I'm gonna definitely give you a better greeting, Larry. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's bad. I also want to ask you about SNAP. Yesterday, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to keep paying those benefits during the shutdown, but it's unclear if or even when the 42 million Americans who rely on food stamps are going to get them, and 3.5 million people in your state of Texas. So what is your response to Republicans who are saying maybe we should take another look at this program because too many Americans are on SNAP, and what are you hearing from your constituents?
Well, I will tell you this. I will agree with them on one thing. I will agree that there are too many American people that are on SNAP benefits. But that means that you gotta not look necessarily at SNAP, you gotta look at the reasons that they're on SNAP. We know that over 1/4 of these people that are in receipt of SNAP benefits are actually the working poor in this country, right? We have not increased the minimum wage, and I don't know when, and the minimum wage still sits at $7 while everything else is going up, whether we're talking about the cost of food or whether we're talking about the cost of rent or whether we're talking about the cost to actually try to engage in home ownership if we're talking about the interest rates. And we know that under the failed leadership of this administration, this country has seen a loss of 1 million jobs, and that's just in the first few months. He's not even had a full year. So no, we need to work on economic policies that will put people into a position in which they are not the working poor, where they are still needing the $6 a day to eat. So yes, we need to talk about it, but I don't think that SNAP is the problem. I think that that is the resolution, or at least that is a symptom of the problem. We have a bigger problem in which we have billionaires that are continuing to rise up every single day and are getting richer and richer. Think that there was talk about Elon becoming a trillionaire, the first one in this country or in the world, yet we still have people that have to go to the food bank and go to work, that have to sit there and go to make sure that they've got money on their SNAP and EBT cards. Like, that's a problem, and I do think that we need to address it.
And you mentioned it's about 30% have income, but that number goes up to 55% of SNAP users if you include families with children. I also want to ask you about another huge cost right now, and that's health insurance. The Kaiser Family Foundation estimates about 17% of your state's population did not have coverage in 2024, and more than 1 million might become uninsured if these subsidies expired. What impact do you think that will have on families in your state, and are you hearing concern across the aisle on this issue?
I am absolutely hearing concerns kind of in general, and many of those on the other side of the aisle do not want to admit it publicly. You have pretty much only really seen Marjorie Taylor Greene be honest about this and talk about the issue as it relates to the number of her constituents that are going to potentially go uninsured. And when we talk about this, I want people to understand, because I feel like some people are just callous about this and they're like, this doesn't impact me. And overall, all of this is impacting you. Everyone's insurance premiums are going up because of the big ugly bill, number one. But number two, just because somebody doesn't have health insurance coverage doesn't mean that people somehow now are not going to be sick. I need people to understand that there are oaths that many doctors have decided that they are going to honor, unlike the oaths that many of my colleagues have taken, in which they decided to disregard. And so when somebody gets sick, that means that they're going to be at the emergency room regardless as to whether or not they have coverage. And overall, we all end up paying for it, and it is so much more expensive.
Now, just imagine you getting x-rayed, or let's just start with a simple pill that they give just in case you have a headache. That pill might be, let's just say, $10, right? With the increase of healthcare, that one pill might cost you $100 just for one lousy pill. I don't even go into x-rays. I don't even go into, if you need a shot, or if they had to treat you for something, or if they had to take your blood pressure. I don't even go into that. Just imagine that small little pill worth. It's gonna be $100, and it's gonna be added to your bill. It's gonna be added to your insurance. You're not gonna be able to afford it.
then making sure that that person has coverage and they're able to go in on a consistent basis and see a doctor and hopefully prevent any escalation of any problems that they may have health-wise. So this is a catastrophic issue for all of us, and we all need to be in.
Congressman, very quickly before I let you go, are you running for Senate?
All right, this is it. This is it. The lady just asked her, are you running for Senate? Here's her answer.
What's going to help you make that decision?
I have no idea just yet. What's going to help me is data. Basically, we haven't elected a Democrat statewide in the state of Texas in over 30 years. So to me, it's not about the current electorate. It's about whether or not I can expand the electorate. I know that the numbers exist in the state of Texas, but it's just about whether or not I am the candidate that can excite people that have never paid attention to politics to get involved. Something that we saw from a junior senator out of Illinois when he became the president of the United States, and something that frankly we saw out of Donald Trump. He was able to excite people that had never really been engaged in politics. So that will be probably what determines whether or not I get in.
All right.
So there, you heard it. You heard it. We just got to push. It's basically a push. Does she excite me? Absolutely. Does she excite the average black man and black woman? Absolutely. Now, does she excite everybody? Of course not. But we have to be the ones to tell the people that she is exciting because of what she brings to the table. Not only excitement, but she brings a whole lot of shit. I hadn't even put it into the details yet, other than intelligence, decency, integrity, and whatever else. Fact of the matter is, she has to be pushed. Otherwise, you're going to have little Trumps. You're going to have little Donald Trumps coming down the pipeline. And I am so sure you don't want that to happen. Now, do you? We don't want another Trump in office now, do we? Absolutely not. Back in my office, by the way. Ooh. So, what say you? What I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to make a couple of phone calls. And when I make a couple of phone calls, whatever they want me to do, whatever is required, then I'm going to do it. And I expect for those who want to push the envelope for Jasmine Crockett to become U.S. Senator for her state of Texas, I suggest you do the same. Y'all have a rusty good day. Thank you for the support.